Now, this may sound like the plot of a bad Hollywood movie.
My favourite.
Thieves break into the world's most famous museum, not just in broad daylight, but wearing high-vis, and steal France's crown jewels. But this is not a movie, Sammy. And it's not even the first time this very museum has been the victim of a brazen theft.
Not the first time we've covered this as well.
Of a very famous, priceless artefact. You have guessed, this is the story of the 2025 Louvre Heist.
I cannot wait to hear more about this.
We've been obsessed with this and going, I can't believe because of the Mona Lisa. So I thought, I'm going to bloody do it as a
bloody
story.
do it. Yeah, this is so exciting because we have done this recently as a story that the Louvre was so easy to break into. It didn't have enough security. And there were already complaints saying it doesn't have enough security. They were warned about it. Then the Mona Lisa was stolen and now it's happened again. And I have loved all of the memes. The most amazing. It's so funny. Did you see the one that had just like kind of a twisty or a Cheeto just put in place?
In like the lock. Yeah. Saying this is the security at the Louvre.
So funny. The tweets have been going off and it's been so funny. A lot of people ask if the Muppets did it. Has anyone seen the Muppets during the time of the Louvre Heist?
My favourite one I've seen. And the other one that says, oh, okay, maybe we shouldn't hang it in the Louvre.
Yeah,
tweeting like, hang it in the Louvre.
So funny. Yeah, we've all decided we maybe shouldn't be hanging in the Louvre. But at least it's not Bonaparte this time that we know of.
That's correct.
Has anyone seen him recently?
Not. In fact,
no.
Nobody has cited Napoleon Bonaparte since the Louvre Heist.
Oh, we've broken this case wide open.
Let me get into my story before you start going and ruining it for me, please.
How are you, Georgia Love?
I'm and I just want to quickly say we'll link the episode, the link to the episode about the Mona Lisa being stolen as well, in case you guys haven't listened to that. But you should have, because you should listen to all our episodes because we're great.
I know.
I'm good, thanks.
Oh, good.
I'm fine. We're having a beautiful Aperol Spritz today instead of a Jans.
We are.
To cheers my beautiful mum. It's the anniversary of her passing today, and she loved nothing more than sunshine and an Aperol Spritz, and that is exactly what today is delivering.
Oh, because you're goddamn queen. That is the choice, the drink choice of a goddamn queen.
It
is an Aperol Spritz in the sunshine. Diggs is lying in the sunshine. I have moved house this week. So
we're in a brand new space. And, dear listener, if you've been listening since the start, you will note that this is the third of Sammy's places that we've recorded in. But I've also spoken about myself moving a couple of times as well. This will be, I'm now in a much more long-term home. This is a very much long-term home for you.
Yeah, it's my forever home. Myself as the landlord, hopefully I won't kick me out. I don't want to move back in right away and kick me out again. That doesn't even make sense, what I just said. Might kick Dibs out. The farts at the moment are horrendous. You gave him some cheese the other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing HelloFresh at the moment, and it's meals for two. So I brought one around here and we had HelloFresh together. And there was a tiny bit of grated cheddar left over that we hadn't used on our jacket potatoes. It sounds like an ad, it's not.
So I know. Very business-like. The potato wore a jacket.
Yes, I know.
Is that funny?
Well, that's the thing. It was nice. It was a weekend. It won't be an ad in the moment for HelloFresh when I say that said cheddar cheese sat very well in our tummies. But the couple of little bits of shredded cheddar cheese I gave Diggs that were left over did not sit very well into his tummy.
I know.
He was lying on the couch and you could hear his stomach gurgling.
Yep.
And then the smell that emitted.
I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I need a mask on at all times.
It's a bit like, and this house is so new and beautiful and fresh. It felt to me like when you don't want to, like the first time you bring Macca's in McDonald's for our overseas listeners into a new car and you ruin the new car smell. It's like these horrible dairy dog farts are going to ruin the new smell of this beautiful new house.
The value went down straight away of this house. But yes, also, if you do want to skip ahead, I should have said this earlier, you can just skip ahead, and the time code for our beautiful, beautiful story this week is in the show notes
if
below.
They've got this far, they either
Talking
haven't
about
got
dog
this,
farts.
they haven't got this far because they hate it and they're like, this is not the Louvre Heist update I want to
Yeah, I know.
or they like it and they're listening anyway.
Recently as well, we've had so many great comments about the Andrew Carpenter episode and also the Peter Dupas episode, Dupas, that went out this week as well. Lots of comments. And we love reading your comments on the Spotify. We love reading your emails and getting voicemails from you. So all of the links are below in the show notes if you want to send us all those things as well.
Can I tell you one of the messages that I got about the Peter Dupas episode? So she hadn't listened to it yet, but a girl that I used to work with.
It's always good to comment then.
Well, she commented on the case. I shared it on my Instagram story, and a girl I used to work with at Channel 7 is a news reporter. She commented saying, I covered both of the Peter Dupas trials.
Oh, wow.
Messina Vargas' death. I covered both of those trials, so I'm really looking forward to this episode. And I said, well, do you remember were you in court the day that it was found out that he'd been charged with that? And everyone went mental and went, oh, my God, and dropped everything and ran to cover this story. And she said, yeah, I do. And I was like, well, I don't know if you remember, there was a baby intern, work experience girl with Channel 9, but that was me. And she was like, oh, my God. And she neither of us had remembered that we'd both been there that day because I was just a little baby student. But
you're a literal baby.
I was a literal
you
baby.
You were crying and crying.
And they fingerprinted me that day.
Of course, and they always should. Hey, G, I'm very excited to hear your story this week. This is actually a story that's happening right now. It's unfolding right now as well.
Yeah, so we're only recording this like 12 hours before it's going to come out. So heads up, thank you for editing this so quickly, Sammy. But we're doing this because there are, updates all the time.
Yeah.
And I apologise if in the next 12 hours there is an update that we don't cover in this.
Yeah, I know.
But do you want to get me to get into it? So I feel like everyone knows about the Louvre Heist, but maybe don't know a lot of details.
Sure. No, I'm looking forward to hearing it because I know few details about it and I'd like to hear them from the sweet, sweet vocal tones of J-Lo.
Wow. Okay, so do you know much about the Louvre?
I know a little bit. I mean, I've been there before. I know that the Mona Lisa is kind of the most famous part of the Louvre, the place that people kind of go to. I know kind of, how you get in and everything, the beautiful, it's so nice, like the triangular shape that you walk through and down into. It's a really beautiful building.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a little bit of background about the Louvre and how it became the museum that we know today.
Amazing.
So, of course, situated in Paris, the Louvre is the world's most famous and most visited art museum. As it's known today, it's the one with the glass pyramids, as you said, and they're those.
It's better than triangles. What I said.
You did say triangles.
Fancy triangles.
Yeah. And they're the glass pyramids that tourists always take photos looking like they're holding the spike off.
Yes, I don't really understand that.
Understand.
Yeah, I did the pushing like it was Leaning Tower of Pisa on that.
You did it on the Louvre.
Yeah. I think it's fun to do in every single situation. Also, I think something like 5,000 people go through every hour.
Well, I don't have that stat, but I do have something later on, but I'll skip ahead because you simply won't let me talk as a woman trying to tell you something. Last year, in 2024, 8.7 million visitors went through that glass pyramid. Oh, my God.
The fancy triangle.
The fancy triangle shape. And that ranked it the most visited art museum and, in fact, the most visited museum of any category in the world.
Wow. The security should be top-notch.
You'd think so. So it's located on the right bank of the Seine River in the city's first arrondissement, which means district, but arrondissement is just so beautiful to say.
It is so
and
nice.
Isn't that so much better than like in, Australia we say in the suburbs?
Yeah. It always sounds so nice, the Rue for street. It always sounds so fancy and wonderful the way that they talk. Fancy and wonderful. I sound like such a bogan on today's episode. Them fancy triangles.
Well, we've got a bit of a new setup in your new place. You're lounged back on a couch.
I am,
maybe
absolutely.
This is just kind of, you've got an Aperol Spritz in hand.
My new
maybe
vibe.
Just a bit loose.
My Vibe is weird today. Is that all fancy like?
So the Louvre is home to some of the most canonical. I don't actually know how to pronounce that.
That was fun. I can't wait for someone that's even more of a grammar person than you to start.
I just realised I've never said that word out loud.
What
like
is
when
it?
something's canonised.
Canonised. Yeah.
Canonical.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Please. Hey, I'm calling this one out myself.
Yep.
I don't know
just
how to
after I
pronounce
did.
That. Shut up. Works of Western art, including, of course, the Mona Lisa, the Venus de Milo, and the Winged Victory.
Oh, what's that?
I knew you were going to ask that.
Okay.
No, I'm
yeah.
going to show you. I'm going to show you. I should have just saved it in the script though, and I'll show the cameras as well. So if you're watching on the YouTube, you can look at this.
Or moving into my new place, the Venus de Milo came up the other day on The Simpsons because
You're obsessed with Simpsons at the moment.
Homer had it as a gummy bear. In The Simpsons, and I find it so funny.
No, he had the winged.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes. That's what that is.
Oh, the gummy bear
without a head and a statue with wings.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
It was so funny because my neighbours have only heard that Simpsons theme song so many times now, so loud, and they must just know exactly the person that moved in next door. It's all I've had for the last week.
It's a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah, that's right. Doing quite well for himself.
The Venus de Milo is the one without the arms. Or to be fair, actually, that might be the one on The Simpsons.
Yeah, I think it is. But yeah, anyway.
So essentially a statue without arms and a head, and the
Yep.
winged victory is no head with wings.
Yes, nice.
Nice. No head should be the opposite of nice.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Redacted.
All right. So the museum is housed in the Louvre Palace.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people think of the Louvre as the
triangle, fancy triangle.
shape.
But you've got that huge building behind it.
Beautiful big old building behind, of course. So that was originally built in the late 12th to 13th century under Philip II. Remnants of the medieval Louvre fortress are still visible in the basement of the Louvre.
Oh, wow.
In the museum as we know it now. What was a fortress eventually lost its defensive function in the 1500s, and King Francis I converted it into the primary residence of the French kings. But when King Louis XIV chose Versailles as his residence, have you been there?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, beautiful.
So travelled.
So travelled.
Learned.
So learned.
There's another Simpsons quote. It's pronounced learned.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, we're fun, aren't we?
We're so fun.
And really up to date.
Yeah, we love the
most
Simpsons.
topical 2025 references. Right, when King Louis chose Versailles, Louvre was turned into kind of more of a living space. So like a salon, they call it, which literally it's like living room, but essentially like a place that people could kind of go. And the National Assembly decreed that it should be used as a museum to display oh my God, I'm doing really well today, to display the nation's masterpieces.
Sure.
It opened as a museum in 19.
You're doing so well. When did it open?
1793. I actually think.
Way off.
Can someone? I know. Can someone tell me if there is a name for this?
Canonized.
No, shut up.
I
can't know what I'm asking about. What the name for? I'm really bad at reading numbers.
It's some sort of number dyslexia. I don't know what it's called. There's an actual name for it.
Yeah, I look at the number. I can see that says 17.
Yeah,
I said 19,
yeah.
and then I said 18.
No, so that's not why you're not an accountant.
Yes.
The only reason. When they say, that masterpieces, a lot of them were, and we spoke about in the episode that we will link below, a lot of them were Italian Renaissance pieces, which was so strange that, well, not strange, but I mean that they were presented in the Louvre.
It went
museum.
on after 1793 to exhibit more things as new kings took over.
Yes.
And literally took over. So at the start, when it first opened, it only had 537 paintings, which is funny to say only. The majority of the works being royal and confiscated church property.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Is the bishop sitting there?
I guess so. He was confiscated.
Let me out. Something like that.
The collection was increased under Napoleon Bonaparte's ruling, and it was then the name changed to the Museum of Napoleon before his abdication, when many works which had been seized by his army. So this is a lot of what you're saying, that a lot of the works were actually taken. They weren't from France.
Yeah.
They were then returned to their original owners. It did stay as a museum after Napoleon's rule, though, and the name changed back to the Musée du Louvre. And today it houses 500,000 objects and displays 35,000 works of art.
Oh my God, that's huge. That's even bigger than I thought. I mean, I knew it was big, but to display that many art pieces is incredible.
Exactly. So, a lot more than 530.
Yeah.
And there was a time where it was one short of that when the Mona Lisa was gone.
Yeah.
And we'll go into right now. It is now 8 shots.
Oh my God.
That. At 9 a.m. on Sunday, the 19th of October, 2025, the museum opened as usual. Half an hour later, at 9:30, 4 men dressed as security workers. Maintenance workers.
Clever.
Complete with high-vis jackets designed to be very visible, but with balaclavas on, came up to the Louvre in a truck equipped with a mechanical ladder. So, those trucks that have the huge, big, ladder lifts attached to the trucks.
Wow.
These 4 men raised themselves up on the ladder to the first floor balcony using this the ladder lift. You can tell I was once with a tradie. I corrected myself from saying scissor lift to
it's not your
ladder
standard.
Lift, please.
It's not a lowly scissor lift.
And someone on the news the other day said a cherry picker, and I was like, it was not a cherry picker.
That's so interesting because I can't even think, and I think this is the thing that I think about with these, beautiful places. Like I think about this in Italy, and I think this about France. Driving into that part, it doesn't even register for me. That I don't know.
It wasn't on the inside. So if you leave the Louvre, if you look up a photo where the triangle shapes are on the inside, it's like the building's kind of
surrounded by.
So it was on the outside.
It's on the outside of that.
One of those.
Okay.
And you think, as a tourist there, or anyone walking past, going to work that morning, going past the Louvre, you see men in high vis going up a ladder lift to the side of a building. You wouldn't question that.
No, I would if it was a scissor lift, but I wouldn't.
If it was a ladder lift. Oh
but
my
also,
God, that's so true.
So true. Oh my God, am I right, tradies? But also, call in if you want to win a show bag. Trying to beat Triple M now. But also, I think...
So I worked for Triple M for a while on a show called The Smoko, which was an hour in the afternoon.
Wow, that's so good.
Very me.
I think if you saw that, you go, absolutely, until the balaclavas would be...
But I don't know, maybe think they're cold. They've been up
early
in the morning.
That's true.
All right, so once they were up on the first floor balcony, they very openly, in broad daylight, used power tools, including an angle grinder, to get into the museum via a window.
And what time was this again?
9:30 a.m.
So
they arrived.
It's open?
It has been open for half an hour.
Wow.
At 9:34 a.m., they got into the building, into the same area of the museum as the Mona Lisa is housed. So not the same room, but the same kind of wing, the same area.
Oh, my God.
They had no guns, no knives, only armed, in inverted commas, with the angle grinders. They used the angle grinders to smash 2 display cases, setting off alarms.
Because those cases are quite sturdy as well.
Well, workers have said in the media that they had no idea the cases could be smashed and, in fact, assumed that they couldn't.
Yeah, you would.
You would. The 4 men grabbed handfuls of jewels, actual French crown jewels.
Oh, my God. This reminds me of Feathers McGee.
Oh, you're obsessed.
From Wrong Trousers, Wallace and Gromit. Or in French, he's called Gromit.
Well, là, c'est Gromit. Jesus.
Sorry, I brought up Feathers McGee and I really threw you.
You've really put me off now. I can think of that damn penguin.
Damn penguin. Pretend to be a goddamn chicken. Didn't fool me.
What was that joke you told me about chicken dick? It was on your other podcast.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do it. I don't know what it was, so I'm sorry.
Why did chickens wear something about wearing condoms in their head?
Oh, because they're going to pecker on their face or something like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Wasn't worth it in the second retelling.
They took off back through the window and were on their way away from the Louvre on scooters 7 minutes later.
This reminds me so much of the Millennium Dome heist that we spoke about. I don't know, it's so audacious to do it in broad daylight, but it's so smart as well.
Heist, and we'll link that episode as well. Yeah. That was one of my favourites, is because it was so brazen that when you told me that story, we were laughing about how dumb it was. Because, obviously you can't just smash into display cabinets while the museum is open in the middle of the day, you idiots.
It's been done to us, at least.
Yeah. So they fled on T-Max Yamaha scooters capable of reaching 160 kilometres an hour. However, no chase ensued. Wow. Workers were left standing and looking around in shock, counting the losses. 9 items had been taken.
Well, if you were counting, it'd probably be like 3.
That's right. That's right. And that is exactly why I lost my job as a security guard at the Louvre. In fact, I didn't. I lost my security guard job at any other museum except apparently the Louvre. So the first of the items stolen was a diadem, a tiara, belonging to Empress Eugenie. There were 212 pearls, 1,998 brilliant cut diamonds, and 992 rose cut diamonds. And it dated back to the 1800s.
You sure about that?
Nope. I am. The second item, the same, Empress Eugenie, her diamond bow brooch. It was composed of 2,438 diamonds and 196 rose-cut stones. The same Empress's reliquary brooch, diamond encrusted, designed to house a sacred relic. So it was a reminder of the Empress's Catholic faith.
Oh. Easier for you to say.
No, it's not. Nothing is easy for me to say. I don't know what's going on. If I'm like half ready, my mind thinks this might all be in French. So I'm just like, not sure how to pronounce everything. Items 4, 5 and 6 were 3 items, a tiara, necklace and earrings known as the sapphire parure. From the 1800s, the tiara included 24 sapphires, 1,083 diamonds. The necklace features 8 sapphires encircled by diamonds in gold settings. Only one earring from the set was successfully stolen. The other remains in the Louvre.
Wow.
The 8th item was Napoleon I's emerald wedding gift to Marie-Louise, Empress of France. It was acquired by the Louvre only in 2004, so they've done a good job of holding onto it for 21 years.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they need to do is hold on to it.
Napoleon I gifted it to his wife and the Louvre managed to keep it for 21 years. The gift features a necklace comprised of 32 emeralds, 1,138 diamonds. And the 9th item was the imperial crown of Empress Eugenie, who was the wife of Napoleon III. It features more than 1,300 diamonds and ornate golden eagles set with large emeralds.
Wow.
This crown, so it's a crown. It is literally, it's not the crown jewels, it is a crown.
Yeah.
It was damaged during the escape, but this was the only piece that was recovered, having been dropped outside the museum.
Oh my God. I wonder, and you might tell me this in a moment, but I wonder why those pieces were targeted. Obviously they're very valuable, but I wonder how you can actually sell those when you've stolen them from the Louvre.
The second part of that I will go into.
Yeah.
The first part, they don't know why those were
not
targeted,
yet.
but it's just believed they had cased the joint and they were the cases that, like the display cases that were closest to the entrance they could get in through, and they just grabbed what they could.
Sure.
So the total estimated value in dollar amounts, oh my God, when I've written this script, I've obviously pressed shift when I've pressed the number 8 because it says asterisk million. 88 million euros, which is $154 million Australian.
Wow.
That is just the monetary amount of the jewels.
Yep. Themselves.
If they were just a sapphire and just a diamond.
Wow.
But of course, their historical and cultural value is quite literally priceless.
Wow.
So, what have we learned about how this happened? My favourite thing we've learned is the fact that just 75% of the museum, the world's biggest museum, has security cameras. And the one facing the cabinets that were ransacked was facing the wrong way. This is like a joke.
Yeah.
It feels like a Melissa McCarthy movie.
It does.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
I'm casting her in this, even though there were 4 men who broke in.
Yeah.
This is a Melissa McCarthy movie.
Yeah. And she just got up on a garbage bin.
Yeah.
She just put a garbage bin up against the corner.
Exactly.
Wow.
What we know is that the 4 thieves were quick, professional and quiet. One worker has spoken to the media saying she heard a smash, and that was all she actually heard.
Wow.
As I said, there was no chase that ensued. They just took off in their scooters, and by the time the alarms were raised, they'd gone. The thieves clearly knew the layout of the museum. Was this because they had done weeks of study?
Yeah.
Or there's been a lot of speculation that it could have been an inside job.
Yeah, like the original.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the Mona Lisa.
Made the
That was a
casings.
security guard who worked there.
Yeah.
It also could have been an organised crime network that may have committed similar crimes in the past. And this seems to be, at least with the 4 people who physically went there, and I'll go into this more later, when they were known to police. So
Sure.
they certainly had, allegedly, links to some kind of crime networks. But whether the advice came from someone who worked at the Louvre, someone who knew the security of the Louvre, we do not yet know.
Wow.
Only two clues were left behind: the angle grinders and one vest. The police unit investigating this heist is the same one that investigated Kim Kardashian's burglary in a Paris hotel room.
We'll have to talk about that at some point because that is fascinating.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
We should invite on a friend who's like, really into pop culture stuff to talk about that one.
Absolutely.
But yes, she has been in court over that recently. You can just look it up, the Google AI overview if you like about that, but we'll go into it later.
Yeah, her security guard left and that was the reason how they, were able to get in so easily.
So the investigation team in France are the same ones that investigated that robbery. And there are 60 investigators working on this Paris Louvre heist full-time now.
Oh, wow.
60.
Yep, you're pretty sure. Could be 6. Could be
No
600.
one's going to ever trust any numbers I say again. No, because I look at the number, I say it out loud, and I hear that it's wrong. That's my issue. So someone tell me what condition I have. Now, the jewels are very, very, very likely no longer in their original forms.
Yeah.
The gold and silver on all of these can easily be melted down.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. You'd have to actually take it apart to be able to sell it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be monitoring the black market, Facebook Marketplace. I don't think you can buy Princess or Empress Eugenie's crown on Facebook Marketplace. But if you do find it, can you ask on my behalf, is this still available?
Yeah.
So gold and silver can easily be melted down. Jewels can be removed and sold individually, but jewels can also be cut down.
Yes,
And police do believe that they probably have a gem cutter on hand with them. So they were driving them straight to a gem cutter. So it is very likely they believe that they're no longer in their original form.
Wow.
Which means that these can be sold probably pretty easily. I love the idea that the gold from Princess Eugenie's bow brooch may have been melted down, turned into a wedding ring that someone goes and buys.
I have
and
no
someone
idea.
is wearing Napoleon's gold.
Oh, that's nuts. Wow.
Know. I mean, I'm saying it isn't that great?
Pretty cool.
It's very
pretty amazing to not know that though if you bought that on Marketplace, like you said.
I feel like this will become just like a long-running joke for years to come in France.
You could have
any jewelry you buy in or from France is like, oh, did this belong to Napoleon?
I remember that she started that joke.
Please remember that. TM the joke right now. Thank you. So Europe has seen a rise in museum robberies just in the last few years. And I haven't gone into these a lot. I'm just noting what they are. In 2019, a museum in Germany had $124 million of artifacts stolen. Most of them, though, have been recovered. And in 2020, the artwork called Two Laughing Boys by a Dutch artist was stolen from a museum in the Netherlands.
Oh.
Obviously.
Only one laughing boy was recovered.
The other one crying.
Oh.
Now, there are many concerns that this heist will give other crooks ideas. If it is that easy to steal $154 million worth of jewels from the Louvre, imagine how easy it could be at smaller local museums.
Yeah.
We have had an update this week.
It was the Muppets.
It was the Muppets all along. Oh my God, can you do
the Muppet Man?
Do you remember your Miss Piggy impression you tried the other day?
Oh, Goomy. Was it that? Was it that? Was it very good like that?
It was very good like that.
Oh, Goomy.
No, that was Marge.
Oh, yeah. Very similar to Marge Simpson.
All right. So on Monday this week, so 6 days after 9 days. Oh my God, what?
You're doing pretty well. You're doing pretty well.
Numbers. Oh my God. I'm going back to normal crimes. You can do the things
Going
that
back to
involve
primary
numbers.
school. Hey.
One man was arrested at Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, about to get on a plane to flee to Algeria. The other man was arrested in the city and is expected to have also tried to flee to another country in Africa.
Wow.
Both of these men were known to police and were known to be living in the northern suburbs of Paris. DNA was found at the site. So there was DNA on the ankle grinders and the vest that was left behind.
Okay.
These men's DNA was found in the system. The fact that they were arrested at the airport means that police were probably tracking them the whole time, knowing exactly who they thought they were, but were following them to see what they did, where they went, and potentially, hopefully, what they did with the jewels. The fact that they found them at the airport probably means that they went, shit, we've got to arrest them now before they get out of here, and would have arrested them sooner than they had wanted to. Experts think that they were laying very low in the first week after the heists, so that there was hope. There is still hope among some people that the jewels may still be intact because police haven't found them going anywhere, which is the other thing that they say maybe they had a gem cutter kind of with them wherever they went. Right? These two men have not spoken, as far as we know, to police at all about where the jewels are or where the other two men who did the heist with them are. As far as we know, they have not been charged with anything yet, and they have not spoken to police. It's likely, according to experts, that they won't speak at all. They're likely to get 4 to 5 years in prison for being responsible for the heist or being the people there at the heist. And there is the possibility of less time if they give up where the jewels are.
Right.
But given they are known to police, an assumption is that they are kind of part of organised crime, rats and dogs, and not looked upon kindly there. So it is very likely they will not speak at all. We have no information yet on who the other two people are or, in fact, who these two men are. However, just today, French police have come out and said they deeply regret announcing the arrests of the first two people because they now fear that they have lost the other two.
Yes, they probably have fled already well. And then,
Exactly. So the latest update, essentially, that we have is that there are 2 men under arrest, expected to be 2 of the 4 men who were there on the day, that they say they deeply regret announcing publicly the arrests of these 2 people, and that it is widely believed that these 4 men who actually undertook and carried out the heist were not, in fact, the ones who, or at least not the only ones who planned it.
That's insane. It's just so wild to me that can still happen in 2025.
Well, the last line I've written down, and then we can discuss, is that the jewels, even though they were worth 154 million Australian dollars, were not the only things lost that day from the Louvre.
Oh.
Arguably the biggest loss is that of the museum's credibility and pride.
Oh, what a beautiful line to end on.
Thank you so much.
Peter Harvey, Canberra.
Was
it Canberra?
Yes, yeah.
Peter Harvey. I also think I said Feathers McGee in the story.
You did.
Feathers
McGraw.
Sorry, everyone. That's the biggest travesty today.
Wrong. That is the biggest travesty.
That is wild.
It just blows my mind that it is 2025 and this has happened. So the reason we know about the security camera facing the wrong way is because the director of the Louvre was dragged in front of a Senate inquiry only a couple of days after the heist and kind of, forced to answer questions. And she had to admit that camera, there was in fact a security. She was like, no, there was a security camera in that area. Sure, only 75% of the museum is covered, but that one was covered. They're like, cool, what does it show? Well, it actually was facing the other way.
Facing the other way. Wow. Yeah. But we can show you that footage. It's great. It's so...
And she actually got up at this Senate inquiry and said, and offered to resign. And
really?
They said, no, it's okay.
Don't worry about it.
So she's still the director at this point of the Louvre.
That is nuts. It just, it's so nuts to me that it could happen so long ago.
Do you remember what year the Mona Lisa was stolen?
No, I think it was
18, 17, 16.
Was it? Oh, no, I don't remember. But the fact that could happen, and reporters before that were saying how bad is the security there, and a journalist actually slept in the Louvre overnight to make a point to say how bad this is.
Yeah.
And then a man who worked at the Louvre, who was actually making the casings for the Louvre, then who was Italian and kind of a bit angry about all these Italian Renaissance paintings being in a French museum, then stole the Mona Lisa and took it out under his schmuck.
Oh, no, not that again.
And then kept it in his apartment for a while.
It's so funny.
And then this can happen again.
Well, this is the thing. The crown jewels are likely or could be just sitting in someone's apartment in Paris somewhere.
Oh, my God.
They also could be in any other country.
Of course.
Like, Europe is, you can just drive to, a lot of other countries in a number of hours. They could be anywhere.
And that could happen so easily if the other two got away, then who knows? And also, it's been a week.
The other two got away, but maybe, they had this gem cutter or whoever the, head of this criminal enterprise gang syndicate who had organised this whole thing. They could have taken them somewhere else. Like, how do you just watch everyone in Paris and know where they are?
Well, I'd get the head of security for the Louvre.
Yeah, you would.
Watch everyone.
Yeah, exactly. I also think, so the alarms only went off when the display casing was smashed.
Yes.
Not the window. Surely it could be.
The window should be alarmed.
You'd think so.
But maybe someone disarmed it? Is that maybe a
that
thought?
Hasn't been reported.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it doesn't mean it's wrong, but it hasn't been reported that I've seen.
I think feathers had a bit to do with the museum that they robbed.
Because he's a penguin, he doesn't have to go through normal security.
That's right. He's not a chook.
He's not
if you're thinking he's a chook, he's not a chook. It's just it's a rubber glove on his goddamn head.
Oh my God.
But he fooled a lot of people. No, he fooled a lot of plasticine people. But look, I think that is so wild to me that can still happen. And, it has been, I mean, it's awful that happened, but it is so... I kind of love it when something happens that hasn't harmed, like no one died. There wasn't, and then the internet really get around it. I mean, the memes this week have been quite good, and it's so embarrassing for the Louvre and the people that work there in security. Yeah,
don't you think there's a number of world events that happen that may not be a world event, sorry, an event that happens in the world that brings everyone via the internet together for a common goal of laughing.
Well, it was the CEO and at the Coldplay concert recently. It was,
even the submarine, the Titanic submersible. I mean, people did die in that, but there was just this, there have been significant events over the years, I think particularly since COVID, where everyone just around the world is all talking about the one thing that happened and sharing delicious memes.
Yeah.
And this is one of them.
I know. Yeah, it's so interesting, and I've just kind of loved, and I made sure that I didn't look at the people that have been arrested because I didn't want to know the full story because I knew you were going to tell me this today. So please do tell us any more information that you've heard. We would love to hear from you. Sammy at justanothercompany.com.au.
Or hey, message us on Instagram and TikTok.
Yep.
Our handle. Can you message on TikTok? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
I'm cool. I'm a Gen Z.
You are a Gen Z, baby.
Not Another Crime Podcast is our handle.
Nailed it. And also, can you leave us a voicemail? All of the links are in the show notes, also in our Instagram bio. We'd absolutely love to hear from you. But also a big thing, you have to leave us a 5-star rating, 5-star review, because the more you do that, the more we can keep doing episodes and bring more episodes out. I have also heard from our great friend Claude this week. Stickers by Claude, who is wonderful, and we're so excited that we talked about the stickers on the podcast. I said to her that we have to do merch at some point, and I'm very excited about doing It's Always the Woods or Her Magistrate, I implore you.
If you guys have ideas for merch please let us know.
Please let us know.
Or if you're like, no one's going to buy that, let us know that as well.
Oh, you say that as well. Money. Yeah.
I want to say before we log off today, because I am on my way after this record, I'm going to see my good family friends, the Redlicks.
Yes.
My godmother, Anna, is the mother of Benjamin, who has now been brought up on this podcast twice, and she is mortified that our listeners think she named her son Benjamin. His name is, in fact, Benjamin.
Oh, great.
Our nickname for him is Benjamin. And I've realised on listening back, I never said that. Yeah, people think.
And people have loved your other Claude reference this week, Claudia Schiffer's cat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I posted that on the Instagram. If you haven't seen yet, proof, receipts or it didn't happen.
Yes, yeah.
Photo of me with Claudia Schiffer and a photo of me with Claudia Schiffer's cat. And in fact, one of my colleagues came into the office today and she goes, so what? How did you fight over who got to interview Claudia? And I went, huh?
Who?
And she goes, there's a photo of you with Claudia Schiffer on Instagram. Did you get to interview her? And I was like, oh, no, that wasn't for work. It was just London a couple of years ago.
That's so funny. I thought you meant who got to interview the cat. Who fought over interviewing the cat?
I interview the cats every day.
Hey, Nice one. Before we go, actually, I do have something I want to read out because from this week's episode about Peter Dupas,
Yes.
I do have a wonderful comment that was left on Spotify, which I absolutely love going through and having a look at the comments that people leave.
Yeah, because you can comment on specific individual episodes, which you can't do on Apple.
No, and we can hear...
Apple, you can still give us 5-star ratings, 5-star reviews.
Absolutely. Thank you to Oliver Clark, as always, for doing the music and Tamsin Hayes doing the artwork. I'm doing everything
like, he's
right
never
now.
even listened to this goddamn podcast. He made that very clear.
I have a great Oliver Clark thing to say after this as well. This is from Julia. We need this merch. Also, my Paudry peeve is people in my regional town are always asking for recommendations for things that are generally expensive across the board and saying any recommendations that don't cost an arm and a leg. This saying is used so frequently it actually kills me. They are asking for things like tattoos, specialists, cosmetic services, house renovations, etc., etc. I just love that was on the latest episode, and I wanted to read that just as a Paudry peeve. I would like to, before, and I'm going to find this as we do it, but Oliver Clark was recently, and he's actually on Sam Pang Tonight. He's a regular on there now.
Oh, it's fantastic. If you don't know the show, if you're international, we've got a late night comedy show, and our beautiful friend Oliver Clark was on it.
He was, yeah, and Oliver is now doing a regular segment on there, and I just want to play a little bit of it.
The news is quite boring.
So
I made an executive decision that it would be more entertaining to hear the stories in song.
First news story, straight up top. Hit it!
Oh, and he looks good when you do it, so you need to watch this.
Aussie wins world porridge, making contest. Her Jaffle porridge was voted simply the best. She's the kind you wouldn't want to make your dinner.
Oh, see if you know these listeners.
And now she knows her place. Been locked up by the state. They did pin her.
Mushroom Lady.
Mushroom lady.
So good,
It's
so good. Just Mushroom Lady.
Mushroom Lady.
My auntie sent it to me and said, "How funny is this?" And I was like,
That's my friend.
my old housemate. Oliver Clark."
We might have to include that in our little like as our sign-off music.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so good. Thank you to everyone for listening this week. We bloody love you.
We'll bring you updates on the heist.
We
when
will,
we get
absolutely. And any more updates at the moment, G, about the mushroom cook?
Yes, there is an update.
Yeah.
Yes, so the state has officially launched an appeal against her sentence.
Oh.
So she was given a 30-year, she was given a life sentence with a minimum 30 years non-parole period. The state, the prosecutors have actually appealed that sentence, saying that she should be given life with no parole. They have called the sentence of a minimum parole period of 30 years manifestly inadequate.
Sure.
So
okay.
they are appealing against that. She still has about a month, I think, or maybe not even a couple of weeks to appeal the conviction or her sentence at all. But the DPP has launched their appeal into the sentence as well.
Oh, wow.
So
Well,
bring you
more updates to come.
as that comes.
Oh, my
on
God.
Mushroom Lady.
Whoa. See you next week, everybody.